This one's going to be very interesting, more interesting than the other ones. If you choose to watch any of these, probably this one or wait, I have it up. Honestly, Fragrance Fiasco is one of my favorites just because of the name. That's a fun one. Oh man. Okay, but what am I going to talk about? Why is it so interesting? Yesterday, I filmed two videos or vlogs. One of them I did not release yet. I'm going to release it today. And it's basically about breaking up with my girlfriend of 4 months, which isn't that long. I I feel like I make a big deal out of it, but it's important to me, obviously, because it has to do with me. Oh well. Oh well. What was I gonna say? Right. Okay. So basically go over the entire thing. But that video was before I broke up with my girlfriend. And just the thoughts that I had. It was very to me it was a bit emotional. Okay, but then today I actually so we didn't end up meeting in person. I intended to meet in person that day. I planned the week I kept on wanting to meet up with her to talk about this. And Thursday was when we finally pinpointed a time that we were both able to meet. And then Thursday we weren't able to meet, or at least she wasn't available to meet. So that made me a little annoyed, but it worked out because honestly, you can just have that over. You can have a digital video call and still it's basically the same thing. But it's really not. I would have rather done it in person. It's just kind of lame doing a breakup video call. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me being traditional. So, what was I going to say? I was going to offer advice. If you're thinking of breaking up with someone because of incompatibility, but otherwise in a healthy relationship, envision how it'd be without that person. I think that's pretty powerful. Honestly, though, that's not that powerful. I think what's even more powerful is if you're initially hesitating about the relationship. If you have second thoughts within the honeymoon phase, which is, I've heard it's around 6 months to 1 year. Yeah, around there. If you're having second thoughts during that time, well, before that, that's generally an indication that something's wrong. That should not be wrong. And you have your gut feeling too of what you should do, and you'll generally be right about it. I mean, the fear for me was I was making the wrong mistake. And what if it got better? What if, like all of these what ifs, really? And how do you cure yourself of that? How do you confirm? How are you confident in your judgment that this relationship will not work? I don't think you can ever truly be 100% confident. But I think the fact that you're already having that decision, well, not that decision, but those thoughts in mind, and especially if they reoccur, if you keep on thinking, well, is this relationship really working? I'll try it again. Is this relationship really working? Let's see next week. Let's see next month. Maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time to break up. And I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. No, it was basically just that. Yeah, just following your gut feeling. Hmm. I'm going to, yeah, quickly scan over to see if I wanted to talk about anything else. Okay, so I didn't have any other thoughts related, and it's just 5 minutes, so I might as well talk more about my relationship because I feel like it. But I mean, I'm somewhat conflicted because this is the internet and it's such a social space, but at the same time, I don't expect too many close people to see it. And even if close people close to me see it, I don't I don't mind. It's it's therapeutic. Yes, that's the word. So, what I will say, being honest, I when she asked to call on, okay, so I should also clarify. It wasn't me necessarily breaking up with her. It was mutual. Very mutual. In fact, it was her, if anything, it was her breaking up with me. So when she asked to call today, I had the intention of bringing. So the thing is, I wanted to bring up her lack of initiative towards initiating any text with me. Now, this was earlier in the relationship too, which I didn't understand, but especially in the winter break. So I asked her about that. That was the first thing that I really asked. Well, okay, the first thing that she asked was, no, okay, she said, okay, how was school today and whatnot, and then she asked, how do you think the relationship is going? And I was thinking of asking that. I was literally thinking, sorry, I was literally thinking, thinking of saying that exact phrase, man. I think I said it earlier on. I said it earlier on too. So okay, I'm just realizing now. I'm gaslighting myself. I'm just realizing now. I did think of breaking up earlier in the relationship, but what I was gonna say was, she asked me how I think the relationship was going on, and I rebutted with asking her why she wasn't initiating any texts. And then she explained, I don't think the relationship's going well. I don't think we are meant for each other. You know, I could get into specifics, but I n- nobody wants me to get into specifics. Okay, I'll move on. So that's kind of a hint that I don't really care about talking about specifics, but I could. I mean, I could if somebody asked me to, I would, but it's specifics. It'd be a way longer video. Okay, so yeah, she says basically that I don't think the relationship's working. And before I answered the call, I was thinking, am I really ready to break up with her? And I was thinking, and my answer to that was honestly no. I wanted to find out why she wasn't responding to my texts, and then marinate on that, even if it was fixed, marinate on that, and then maybe break up with her later. Honestly, I was so flimsy on having the strength to break up with her. So that, yeah. Um yeah, I earlier, okay, so what I was saying was earlier on in the relationship, I did mention, I did literally say, how do you think the relationship is going? Trying to see what she wanted, or if, like, that was the point where I was wanting to break up with her. That was early. And she was saying, yeah, I respect, because it was basically a clash of beliefs. We didn't agree on things in terms of our beliefs, and I was like, okay, I like this is not great. And she was saying, I respect your beliefs, and I understand that you can have different beliefs. I was like, me too. But I didn't say that we should break up. I didn't explicitly say that. So I guess that's on me. I should have been stronger, more confident, and been able to say that. Been able to say, listen, this value clash at such a conflicting level. Like, it's not just we slightly disagree, it's full on just disagree. And it's not like we can comfortably have a conversation on it anymore at all. Even before then, we couldn't. So that was a pretty big hint. It was also just after that. Okay, so after that talk ended, that talk was in person. I had to go to my class. So I was getting ready to leave, and then she got ready to leave as well and followed me. And I was really surprised, actually. I was thinking she wouldn't follow me. And then, yeah, I did my own thing. But yeah, I'm just such a sucker for people being interested in me. I guess that's something that I have to work on. But honestly, I don't see how anybody else is not a sucker for that. How everyone is not a sucker for that. Because when people pay attention to you, when they give you attention, it feels incredible. Especially adoration. Like, wow, I adore you. You're the only person that I adore to this level. Well, I guess sure there's pop stars and all these rich and incredibly beautiful people that I could compare you to, but realistically I won't, because it just doesn't make sense. They're not. I won't feasibly be in that, have any chance with those superstars. I think that's more for girls, because if girls had a chance with the male superstars, they would probably take it. But honestly, if guys had a chance with female superstars, speaking from my perspective, I wouldn't necessarily take it. I mean, I would have to know that person, honestly. I was just thinking, there were girls in my class who were head over heels with One Direction or Justin Bieber, for example. But guys, like, who's that gonna be? Who's that equivalent? Who's gonna who's the fan who's fanboying over? Who do you fanboy over? I guess Megan Fox. Megan Fox is probably the closest. But honestly, you don't know what these people are like. And Megan Fox is crazy, messed up. She's like, you just see the relationship she had with MGK, and it was like, what? Ugh. Like the types of ideas she subscribes to are very wacky, we'll say. Knee pillow. Look at that. Woo! So I got a knee pillow off of Temu. I'm pretty happy about that. It's been so nice. I highly recommend it if you sleep on your side. I think I'm just done with speaking.